stopping dead, trying to, well, he has nowhere to go here. He's really trying to ram that car out of his way as he is now stuck in that parking spot. There's really nowhere for him to go. He's got a fence in front of him. Look at this. He's looking violently into reverse, ramming right into that Fullerton Police Department vehicle.
And it's one officer who's dealing with this, right? It looks like he locked down his vehicle. He's pulled back a little bit. But this is one of those situations that we have seen in the past get deadly.
This is very dangerous. Obviously, that officer has no choice.
Santa Fe Springs, or is he back in Whittier now? Ooh, look at the light.
Yeah, we're in the Norwalk area, I think, now, as he comes up. Well, no, he's not in Norwalk yet, but look at this. He's going through that gas station without any tire on that left
collision.
Right? That
He got out
rear
just
wheel
in time.
almost struck several vehicles there. A miracle nobody's gotten hurt yet, but you can see he is really in a jam now. Lots of traffic ramming into all of these cars here. Again, this is northbound Carmenita
He's
Road
spinning
now.
that back wheel, and it's not going anywhere. Now he's wedged.
He's stuck. He's stuck.
Yeah, he's wedged against that car with no tread on his left-hand side. He's trapped right now. He might be able to get himself free, but this is where it's really going to get dangerous for a lot of folks around.
He's revving it.
Sparks flying, and that patrol, that officer right there, has to treat this with kid glove care.
Yeah.
And likely going to have to step away from his vehicle, because we already seen him put into reverse once and ram into that other patrol car. Right now he's trying to go forward, and he's not going anywhere.
The ram's going to get red hot and start a fire. Yeah,
that's what I fear.
Likely to start a fire. You can see those rims are starting to glow.
But I'm surprised there's not more
what is
more backup.
I'm sure
there's certainly more on the way over here. Right now, if we widen it just a little bit, we can confirm just that one black and white. Just the one black and white. We're at Placid Drive, northbound Carmenita Road, and he is now stranded here. We'll see how this officer deals with this. He's likely just going to wait for backup, and right now it doesn't appear as though that
is he intentionally trying to start a fire?
Well, he's desperate. Look at him. Look at him. He's desperate. But we don't know if there's somebody in that white car. And that could be another complication to this situation.
Very agitated.
He's agitated, exasperated. He's not thinking clearly. He should be giving up. This is ridiculous that he's doing this. But there could be somebody over there.
Gotta wonder if he's thinking about getting out of this van and trying to hijack another one. You've got to at least wonder whether that's going through his mind. He's probably not aware. Well, now he's aware. I was going to say, he might not even be aware that his wheel's on fire, but certainly he's aware of the fire under the hood. More pieces flying out there as this vehicle is starting to come apart.
What was that? Did something explode, or what was that flying from the front of the vehicle? Maybe the engine blew.
I'm thinking it came from well, it could be, because, I mean, where else would that smoke be coming from? But I don't think any shots have been fired yet, so that probably is not the case. But that wheel, that left rear wheel, is also creating some metal as well. So it could have come from the rear, but now I've got to wonder if that transmission is just reached its limit, and that's what's producing the smoke here. Not sure, but in any event, it has overheated, and it looks like the vehicle is now disabled. Additional units now pulling into position here. So some backup from CHP, and Fullerton PD.
Oh, he's gone.
As he gets out of the vehicle, crawls out of the passenger window, and is now running for it northbound Carmenita Road. Running up northbound Carmenita at Leffingwell Road as he crosses the street. We've seen this person make several desperate attempts to hijack other vehicles. We will see what he decides to do here. Lots of folks getting home here in Fullerton, or here in the La Mirada area, I want to say, and he is now running down the sidewalk without any other wheels at his disposal. He's going to start running out of steam here, and we'll see if this ends in a foot pursuit, because I think they are pursuing him on foot, but I can't confirm that from my vantage point. Here comes another officer in the opposite direction, and he's now run into a residential
this is a very dangerous situation. Oh my goodness. Those people need to...
dog?
Oh no.
Oh no. He's now on private property. You saw that it looked like a woman next to her home here. He's now in the backyard, and he's going to hide out here along Leffingwell Road.
Oh, you see,
there he is. He's
jumping fences. He's jumping fences, looking for a way into one of these homes.
Dogs.
Was that a dog?
Is he trying to get into the home?
Small dog there in the backyard. He's under that that patio, the awning. He's trying to get into that car, into that house, rather.
I'm just concerned about the people because he's clearly desperate. We don't know if he's armed.
Oh, the dogs are running out. Oh, there he is. He's
trying to break into a home.
He is in.
Several dogs barking. He's now going through that sliding glass door, making his way into the home.
There's a homeowner, or maybe that's a police officer in the front.
It might even be a homeowner, not sure.
Oh, my
He might be unaware.
He could probably.
There's somebody in his house.
Completely unaware. Yeah, he's on the other side of the building. I don't think he has any clue.
He might be hearing the lights and sirens, run outside to check it out, not realizing.
No information. Here comes somebody running out the front. Look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this, a confrontation.
These are the people inside the house, multiple people.
And now we're going to come around the front here.
Oh, my goodness. They're trying to.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
They're going after him.
Where's the guy?
He's getting in the car.
He's in the truck.
He's in their vehicle.
He's in the truck.
And there's a dog under it.
There's a dog under that truck.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
Oh, my
He just stole it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is incredible.
Ran
this is
right
incredible.
through their gate. Tore down their gate.
Unbelievable. Stay with us. We're going to get the signal back. There it is.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what we are witnessing, guys. They are going to have to get creative here because this person is look at this. Just ramming into cars, additional bumpers flying off of that other vehicle. And now he's, I believe, westbound on Leffingwell Road. I want to say westbound. Can we put the compass up real quick? Yeah, westbound Leffingwell. If you live in this area or have any idea where we are here, if you are looking at us, you need to stay inside because there is a dangerous suspect behind the wheel here. I feel very sorry for all of the other cars on the road here as he continues to make his way towards the freeway once again. We may find ourselves back on the freeway, but look at him. A little bit of traffic and once again right through another gas station. This is just incredible. This is the third vehicle that he has stolen today.
This is the man who's a danger to society in every definition. This has to be shut down. And I imagine police officers from multiple agencies have been watching this and are putting together some sort of a game plan on how to handle him. And it may be something really aggressive.
That's right. That's the only thing that I can think of if they have the opportunity. They're going to have to catch up with him once again. They're going to have to get themselves in a position where they can bring this to an end if they can figure that out. And then there's going to be a very dangerous confrontation because this guy is not going away easily. There's just no way at this point that he is willing to give up. And whatever steam he lost running up that block, he's now comfortably in the driver's seat of brand new work truck, and you can tell, I mean, he's having, we don't even know. I mean, there could be a full tank in that truck, so he may have a whole new fresh tank to play with here as he now travels down Mayor Road at 70 miles per hour, traveling at a high rate of speed on a road that can't be more than 45 miles per hour speed limit, now back into another residential neighborhood.
I feel bad for the folks in that home because they have been violated. They had a guy break into their house. They went after him right there. Then he stole basically their business. Those kinds of trucks, people have their entire business on those trucks, and they could lose that as well, their well-being. And this person, look, he turned the lights out too.
Not to mention, he almost took out at least one person in that driveway and a dog that was just trying to get home without any idea what's coming up behind them. He's already ruined several people's day, but fortunately, at least from what we could tell, does not appear to be. That's a weed whacker that fell off the back of that truck, by the way. It appears to be a gardening truck, guys. There's a lot of landscaping equipment in the back of the bed of that pickup truck, but in any event, that appeared to be a weed whacker that fell off there. That there are in this residential neighborhood. He, again, has no problem ramming into anybody in his way, but he's trying to avoid them now.
And back to those folks that he stole this truck from, and that's their livelihood, likely.
That was my point. He stole their business, and now it's in jeopardy.
You know, it appears to be a brand new truck. If you look, that appears to be paper plates that are flapping in the back there. So very likely a newer model F. It looks like a
even
Chevy.
more upsetting.
Chevy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a Chevy
Chevy.
pickup.
Yeah.
And he's continuing now around this person. But man, he is just. Oh, I just. Every time he gets into these residential neighborhoods, I worry for not only those cars in his way, but all of the people who live here. If he decides to do anything crazy, which he's already done a lot of crazy things, it could get so dangerous. That incident where he ran through that house could have ended in a deadly situation. There was obviously a struggle there. I'm just grateful that from what we observed, nobody was hurt. But there's no guarantee that it's going to end that way. In any event, he's continuing through this residential suburb here. It's going to be, looks like Crosshaven Drive at Calle Madrid. If you live in this neighborhood or know anybody who lives in this neighborhood, you are urged to stay inside because this is a dangerous pursuit that is speeding through your neighborhood.
Okay, yeah. So,
So people watching
get
from
inside,
home, get inside. Sometimes during
lock your
pursuits,
doors.
we see people come out to the street for various reasons. This is not the time to do that.
There are no limits from this person who is in this vehicle right now. He's gone into two people's homes. He has successfully carjacked two vehicles. He tried a third vehicle as well. With the police right behind him 2 different times. He refuses to give up.
All right, coming up on a red light here. He's on the wrong side of the road, northbound Fullerton. That's Colima. He can make a turn there, or if he continues north, that would put him back on the 60. But it looks like he's made a left turn onto Colima Road. Again, a lot more traffic on Colima as well as he makes that westbound turn. I still don't see anybody behind him. There are a few units a ways back, so they are behind him, but they're just a ways back, maybe several football fields back, as he comes up on another red light, trying to get around them. Lots of cross traffic here as he continues through that red light, and he's able to make it through. So Colima Road westbound is where we are. The helicopter's still overhead, and those sheriff deputies trying desperately to catch up.
And Chris, the original vehicle he was in, it was a Honda Civic. That was stolen as well. Do we have any information on that situation?
We don't know that. That was a guess on my part.
Okay.
That's what I have a feeling, but that means nothing. We have nothing to confirm that it was a stolen vehicle. Only to say that they tried to pull him over for some reason. Not sure what that reason is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Close call there onto the median, over the median, and now continuing after missing that cross traffic just by a hair. Just by a hair. Look at this. Officers able to shut down that intersection. We'll see if we start to see that happen again if he continues in the same direction. But there is now, it looked like maybe an undercover vehicle at that intersection. Look at that. They're now cutting him off and shutting down these intersections ahead of him. It's a very hard thing to do, by the way. It's very, very good that they were able to do that for 2 intersections in a row. They can't continue that, but if they can continue to try and leapfrog his trajectory along Colima Road here, that will help things dramatically. It looks like they've got another intersection blocked off here at Puente Hills at Colima, so it's going to be another dangerous situation, but no cross traffic as those deputies have shut down the intersection, giving him a wide berth to speed through the red light, and now continuing westbound on Colima Road. But just the mere act of shutting down the freeway, it saves lives because it stops all of the traffic. Whatever the traffic signal says, everybody comes to a stop, and this guy can just speed right through these intersections and not kill anybody. So he's continuing at 90 miles per hour on Colima here, and here come those black and whites. Now they're closing in on him.
Yeah, and Chris, this is a different area. I haven't been keeping track completely in all the areas that he's been driving through, but is he circling through the same areas?
No, he is jumping from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Now coming up on Hacienda Heights. We were in Roland Heights, and now for the first time we're in Hacienda Heights, basically paralleling the 60 freeway. So just a few blocks north of him is the 60 freeway. So we're going westbound on Colima Road, and if he continues in this, and he's going around everybody over the double yellow lines just to get away from that deputy.
Yeah, and also as we watch this incredibly, oh my gosh, he just scraped the side there. He's losing control. He got it back, but this is so tricky.
It's a windy road, and he's having trouble.
Yeah.
And he's turning these blind turns where people are coming up. This is what I mean about his desperation is beyond measure. And this is why this guy needs to be off the road. He's exceptionally dangerous,
He
and
has
he
no
will not give
boundaries.
up. No boundaries.
No
None.
boundaries whatsoever.
None.
He just wants
No
to get
boundaries,
away.
no inhibitions. He is going for it. I mean, I think he's pretty well aware of how this is going to end, and it's not going to be pretty. He's basically enjoying his final minutes of freedom here because there is just no chance at this point. No chance whatsoever that he gets away.
Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, so as we continue to watch the situation, I just want to let you know, I'm getting texts and emails from viewers who are saying that a lot more was going on with that family that he stole this truck when they were trying to fight him off than we may have seen. I'm not going to say more than that, but we'll analyze the video when we get the opportunity. There may be something to it, there may not be, but eventually we'll be able to look back at that as we continue to watch this situation, which is equally dangerous, and people have nowhere to go to get out of his way.
So perhaps they knew who he was?
No. Like
okay.
them trying to fight him off.
I see.
They were doing their best to defend themselves.
Off-roading. He's going to be in trouble here. He's going to be in trouble. He's off the road at a high rate of speed.
Oh my gosh.
He may spin out here.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
All right, back on Hacienda Road. He's gonna, oh, man! He just missed that one. Missed that car barely. It's a windy road that's going to meet up with Hacienda Road on the other end, also called Hacienda Road, where it'll have a little more room to play with. But right now, it's a windy road with a lot of traffic in both directions. He's now going the wrong way, and here come separate deputies in the oncoming lanes of traffic. But really, what can they do? I mean, he's just other than get into a head-on collision, which is not an option. They're going to have to turn around now and hopefully triangulate more units ahead of him here, which there will be another major intersection off his nose here. But in any event, he's now back into oncoming lanes of traffic over the double yellow lines at times
Almost
at
90.
a high rate of speed once again. Oh, man, this is it just takes your breath away with every intersection that he blows through.
Right, but gosh, well, he's got a dead end here. No, I mean it's a T, so he has to go one way or the other.
This looks like a residential area.
Yeah.
Another residential neighborhood with very narrow streets. Looks like he's not. Okay, so that's El Rancho Drive, and a series of deputies now following him into this neighborhood, or at least two. Okay, so these are the two that were coming. They turned around with them. Those original deputies, just to put this in perspective, appear to have fallen back. They could not keep up with his driving on Hacienda Road, but those two that were coming in the opposite direction are now right behind him. So two brand new deputies engaged in this hot pursuit along El Dorado Avenue here in Hacienda Heights. We are... it looks like a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac. This is scary. This is scary. A cul-de-sac. They're going to come face to face with this suspect, and you guys know, and our viewers know, what he's capable of in this situation, because he's already rammed into several vehicles, including deputy vehicles. And there he is again, right through, almost missing them.
Yeah.
And now, oh man, continuing right out of the neighborhood. He's going to get right out. I mean, he's weaseling his way out of these predicaments. And I just don't know how much longer this could go on.
That's what I was just going to say, Chris. How does he get away each time?
Well, it's a tough one. If law enforcement gets head-to-head with him, then they're going to force the confrontation that could be deadly.
Right.
And so I'm sure that's what they're trying to avoid. Maybe there's still a chance to get to a peaceful solution. Maybe he's under the influence. Maybe he'll come down. Maybe he'll become exhausted.
He's going to come head-to-head here.
Right here.
He's going to come head-to-head with another sheriff's deputy, and he's just going to go around him. That's the protocol, and you can see they're following protocol. They're pulling over, letting him around. They're not going to box him in, and part of the reason, guys, is because these tactics, look at this. He's going out of the neighborhood where there are about a half a dozen.
Right there.
Right through those deputies, again, just missing them. Unbelievable. There's about a dozen black and whites, a sea of orcas trying to keep up with him, and they just have nothing, no tools at their disposal at the moment to get him off the road. I can tell you that part of this is tactical protocol within the department, because there are other agencies that would treat this a little bit differently, but right now they are sticking with the book and basically just trying to... Okay, I'm just being... just told that he is facing now 3 charges of ADWs, assault with a deadly weapon on a law enforcement officer. On top of all the other crimes that we've witnessed here.
Clearly, he doesn't care about the charges that he's facing.
But you can see how many cops are pulling in here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Stressful.
It is unbelievable. And he's back. Is this going to be that windy road again, but going the other way?
It is. He's backtracking on that same windy road, which again has 1 lane going, 1 lane in the opposite direction, and at times he just went around traffic by off-roading into the shrubs almost. It was a miracle he was able to maintain his composure there, but spinning up a lot of dust. It's a narrow road and about a dozen black and whites behind him, but that tire, I think his back left tire is
yeah.
He did hit something. Look at that. More sparks flying. Not sure if it's coming out from the wheel well or if it's coming from that equipment, but something is making metal, and I gotta wonder if all that stuff in the bed of that pickup truck was strapped down. Very possibly.
Look at the smoke coming out of the back end. He may have lost a tread. He may be on a wheel again. But by the way he's driving, it may not be a spike strip. It may be more like a pinch flat that maybe has lost his tread.
I'm being told it may be the result of one of those collisions earlier on the same road before he made his way into that neighborhood, possibly. We're going to try, by the way, to get on the other side, get on the driver's side, and catch a glimpse of that left rear tire to see what he's working with back there. But something back there was hitting the pavement, creating those sparks. There you see more sparks actually coming from the front. It's coming from the front left. Front left sparks. We'll see what his treads look like, but he is...
He's down to the wheel.
He's missing the tire again. He's missing the tire. Okay, so, by the way, this is not the first time we've seen this in this pursuit.
No, but now he's on a windy 1-lane road where there's no maneuverability, and he's not going to be able to handle that truck. So he's going to hit something.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way he's going to continue these turns, especially at these speeds. And they're going to close in on him when he does. But again, there are so many innocent people in the immediate vicinity of this. If it ended right now and the vehicle was disabled, there was just so much crossfire, so much collateral in his way here. Civilians that are just in danger every time I see every. Oh man, I just cannot keep up with this guy. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose control of this vehicle, and it's going to end very ugly. But
this is the worst scenario for a road for him to be on. There's no maneuverability for the people who are coming at him. They have nowhere to go. He's not going to be able to handle that truck. The maneuverability is dead on that. It's also a very heavy vehicle. It's going to be really tricky. It'll be a miracle if he gets through this. It doesn't mean he won't. He might get through it. We've seen crazy things happen on this pursuit, and let's hope he does get through it so no innocent people get hurt. But right there, and there are blind turns that people will be coming out of nowhere, and they'll have to be evasive, and who knows if he can maneuver that truck to get out of the way.
You're starting to get a better idea of how much law enforcement is dedicated to getting this guy off the road. There's about a dozen units behind him. We just saw another half dozen in front of him in the opposite lanes, and now he is continuing at a high rate of speed on a straightaway portion of Hacienda Boulevard, coming up on Colima Road once again if he decides to get back on Colima. But look at that. He's losing that rim.
And it's incredible.
He's on borrowed time with this truck.
By the way, we're starting Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock now. Giovanna has switched out with Ellen Leyva. Ellen Leyva was with us when this began during Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock. So we're going into the third show now of this pursuit, and it's been like this the entire way.
And you can always gauge an interesting pursuit, an exciting pursuit, because the whole entire newsroom, you just hear waves of, oh my goodness, or whatever, and it's just... This has been the scariest pursuit to watch in a long, long time.
Yeah, it is a desperate situation, and this person clearly does not have all of his wits about him. He's making irrational decisions, and as a result, the entire community is in danger, and we've witnessed that first.
And how is he maneuvering with just that front tire like that?
Let's see how this goes.
Barely maneuvering. You see, we're very fortunate that he's on a straightaway section of street here, but if he has to make any tight turns at any speed, it's going to be very difficult for him. But at the very least, you're going to start to see that wheel come apart, and eventually the axle won't be able to turn. But that's obviously a heavy-duty truck. It's built for all kinds of situations, and these are not easy to break down. But you can see he's definitely testing the limits of this truck, and now without that front left tire, it's only a matter of time. Now those deputies have fallen back once again because he's blowing through these red lights, continuing at a high rate of speed, 70 miles per hour at what cannot be more than about a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit, and he's blowing through all these intersections with cross traffic. So many close calls. It's a miracle we haven't seen anybody get hurt. Now under the freeway, that I believe was the 605.
We do have an important update coming from our newsroom.
Just smashed into big time. Crashing into another vehicle here and wiping him out off the road. He just took out another vehicle, rammed into him, heavy damage. I hope that person's okay.
Yeah, whiplash,
up on the curb,
big time.
And now he's trying. Look at this again, ramming into more
He
cars and
can't
trucks.
stop. He doesn't have tread to stop. He cannot maneuver that vehicle.
I have never
this is putting it in right here.
Inspiration.
Unbelievable. Head on with another car.
My goodness.
Here comes well, not even a pivot.
They're going to put it into right here.
Into a gas station. Folks getting gas at the corner of Gale and Hacienda. Into a gas pump. And now he's going to try and get out probably. But he's going to put it in reverse. Back in reverse towards that deputy. Look at this. Ramming into the front end. They're shooting. They're shooting at him. They're shooting. We're going to wind down. And they are now firing into the cab of that pickup truck.
And all those black and whites.
Unbelievable.
He's still gunning it,
They are using force. Deadly force is being employed at this moment to try and stop this madness in the middle.
Wheels are still turning. Are they stopping?
They are stopped. They have stopped. The wheel is
No,
off.
he's still trying. Look at that
wheel is off.
That rear tire is still going.
Yep. Is it still going?
It was still turning.
So his foot's on the gas?
It's sort of like deja vu.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Foot on the gas.
Listen, it's
bullets flying through that truck, and now we'll see as they surround the vehicle, multiple teams and K9 units already on the scene here, surrounding the vehicle, at least the rear of the vehicle. They can't surround it completely, obviously. They don't want to create a crossfire situation.
To get out of the way. They're telling the innocent bystanders to get out of the way. What is this?
Someone's hurt there.
Somebody's hurt. It looks like somebody. That's the driver. That's the driver. It looks like the driver of that car that he rammed head on into.
But are they putting cuffs on him?
It looks like he's being arrested. He's being detained for some reason. Not sure what that's about, but we'll focus on the truck for now. We'll focus on the truck. Obviously, more to that story. But clearly, this ending in a crash with several vehicles, including that one right there.
He's still trying to go.
He's still gassing it, creating a lot more smoke.
Well, did they shoot him or did they not? Do you see bullet holes? I don't see bullet holes. I don't see a. There's something there.
And why haven't they shot?
Something just went out the driver's side window.
Now that may have been a gunshot. That may have been something.
Still gassing it.
Have they shot any tear gas canisters into the car?
Multiple bullet holes through the driver's
Do you
side
see
window,
that?
guys.
Okay, yeah. Now there are.
Okay.
Those are shotgun shells. Those are high caliber shotgun shells that have now shipped right through that driver's side window.
Might have gotten there.
They may have waited to use deadly force on him, but I think they finally, with his, refusal to give up, and now we don't see the wheel turning anymore. They maybe waited that long.
Yeah, this has come to an end, guys. I hate to tell you, but I'm happy to say that this has come to an end. But obviously, a treacherous and deadly situation potentially for the suspect. So we will see if those wheels finally stop spinning, which it appears that they have. You can see dozens and dozens of officers at the corner of Gale and Hacienda Boulevard. K9 units at the ready. They are going to approach eventually. It could take a lot of time in some cases to approach the vehicle and try and get a better view into the cab. Unfortunately, really hard to see through the front windshield because if we get in front of it, you see the awning from the gas station would be concealing it. So we really can't get a good view into the driver's seat just yet.
Yeah.
But
we'll analyze the situation. There may be bullet holes there down on the door. Maybe they didn't shatter the windshield. Maybe there was shooting at the beginning when you thought there was.
There's smaller rounds in the rear window, large shotgun shells through the front window. it's just a wait-and-see game at this point. They are eventually, obviously, treating this with kid-glove care, but obviously they have to take their time before just approaching the vehicle. And they have, look, there's a fire, though.
Yeah,
the vehicle's on fire.
Yep.
The vehicle's on fire, and that's going to require the fire department. They're going to have to pull him out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're going to have to pull him out of the driver's seat.
This is not over.
This is not over by any
patrol cars
stretch.
has he ran into?
Well, patrol cars had a hard time keeping up with him, but he's run into a lot of civilian vehicles. And I have to say, Chris, and I'm sorry to say, but this ended exactly as we suspected it would. It really, really tragic to see this happen.
Yeah, I think that last officer tried to ram into him intentionally, but then he put it in reverse and rammed right back into him.
Yeah.
There were multiple. I mean, if you ask how many black and whites have been hit, I've lost count, quite frankly. So I can't tell you exactly how many. There were a whole bunch of parked cars and cars in traffic at the end of that pursuit before that major intersection. And there was one Jeep, a white Jeep soft top, that he got wiped out completely. I hope he's okay.
3 attempts to carjack, and 2 of them were successful, but we also saw him break into that home and those poor people at home. Now, this is important. We did get information from the newsroom that everybody and the pets in that home in Whittier, they are doing okay. Granted, this is their vehicle.
Great news.
Yeah, that's good news. Nobody was hurt in that confrontation, and boy, they really went to war with this guy. They did not cower. There you see them all coming out to fight this guy, to stop this guy, but he somehow was able to slip into their vehicle.
There you see it. There you see a pit bull, and that little tiny dog is really going after the guy.
The gentleman in the white shirt has a knife, and then he flies through their gate, and then the pursuit was on again. But they're said to be okay. But
so, David and Ellen, they're preparing to fire more rounds into the cap, less than lethal rounds, we believe. And it's unclear. My question becomes, because we were told it might be a pepper ball, but in any event, is it to clear the window to gain visibility, or is it because they still see movement inside the vehicle? The pepper ball leads me to believe that they have reason to believe that maybe there's movement in the vehicle. It seems unlikely from what we're witnessing here, but in any event, they are preparing to fire more less than lethal rounds into the cab of that truck. So something to watch out for as we continue to watch this play out on the corner of Hacienda Boulevard and Gale Avenue. Not clear on where those shots will be fired from.
Probably right there from the front hood of that 103. It looks like
that's what I think as well.
I think that's where they have it. He's got the best shot right there.
And they probably want to see if he's conscious or not. Maybe to see if there is movement.
That is, I mean, that's going to be the concern. Is he conscious? Is he bleeding out? There's a lot, I'm sure, that they're thinking about and dealing with, but they can't put themselves in danger. This guy has already proven he's not going to give up.
He's definitely not.
And he doesn't care about anybody else's health either. So this is one of those situations where you just got to handle it as safely as possible, but it's really tragic to see.
Well, I mean, when you think about the number of lives that he has put in danger over the last 90 minutes, I mean, it's just bewildering. But in any event, here comes an arrest team. They're going to approach with shields up, guns drawn, and they've got tactical tools at their disposal if they face any resistance. But the first order of business is going to be clearing that driver's side window. The glass breaker is being employed, ramming the driver's side window, and now getting a much clearer view that we will keep somewhat.
I don't see any movement. Oh,
there is movement. He is moving. I saw his hand. The back seat appears clear. Now they'll try. It looks like he's injured, and it looks like they're going to make an attempt to open that door, but it's not open yet. They may just pull him through the windshield. They may pull him through that window, guys. I have a feeling they will just pull him right through the driver's side window without bothering with the door. We don't know what
they may not be able to get the door open.
But you saw what